that has been asked by the Honorable Mhlongo to the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation. The question is about action taken against organizations such as AfriForum and Solidarity, spreading misinformation causing diplomatic tension with the United States of America and the diplomatic efforts to correct the misinformation. I recognize the Honorable Deputy Minister.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. No action has been taken against AfriForum and Solidarity. You will recall, Chairperson, that in a media statement dated 8 February 2025, we mentioned that we are concerned by what seems to be a campaign of misinformation and propaganda aimed at misrepresenting our great nation. South Africa's 30 years of democracy is a result of overcoming decades of apartheid rule through a negotiated settlement that sought to build a united nation by accommodating all South Africans. We do still hold that view as government in our stated goal of nation building. Secondly, Honorable Chairperson, our diplomats and officials are in touch with both the U.S. Embassy in Pretoria and the State Department in Washington, D.C. We will assess in consultations with the Presidency on official delegations that goes beyond the normal diplomatic engagements. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Minister. I now recognize the Honorable Mhlongo, who will ask the first supplementary question.
Thank you, House Chair. Now, Deputy Minister, you have seen that AfriForum and Solidarity, they continue to lobby the US President and the US to put pressure on our government to interfere in our domestic affairs. What is the approach that the department will take to prevent further deterioration of diplomatic relations with countries like the US and any other country? Because obviously, if it's not prevented, this will not be the first time or the last time that something like this happens. If left unattended, AfriForum and Solidarity will be emboldened to continue and damage many diplomatic relations that South Africa has with different countries. So what is the approach of your department in order to curb this and prevent it from happening any further?
The Honorable Deputy Minister.
Yes, no, thank you very much, Chairperson. The first issue is that we are engaged with the U.S. Embassy. Just before the resignation of the chargé, Ms. Dana Brown, we had consistent engagements with her as the representative head of the U.S. Embassy following the voluntary resignation of the former Ambassador Brigadier II. Thirdly, Chairperson, Ambassador Rasool, as we are speaking, engaged obviously with members of the U.S. Congress, encapsulating both your Democrats and Republicans. The key dilemma that we are faced with, Chairperson, because of the unique changes that the new administration have brought about in the State Department, currently in the Bureau for African Affairs, which is responsible from their foreign services officials to engage with, amongst others, South Africa. You only have junior officials currently without the necessary authority. So we'll continue to engage the lawmakers in the US, and our expectation is, Chairperson, once you have a fully staffed bureau responsible for African affairs, that we'll then be able to heighten engagements with those identified officials. Of course, Chairperson, the foreign policy historically has been state-centric, but internationally, all things being equal, non-state actors have started to play a more prominent role. Of course, Chairperson, internationally, a more positive role. Obviously, South Africa's own non-state actors in the form of AfriForum and Solidarity is an antithesis to advancing a foreign policy based on human solidarity, based on a mutual value system. It's obviously rather unfortunate, Chair, given the fact that in South Africa, our greatest difficulty is wide inequality, disparity. Obviously, that inequality is disenfranchising the black majority in South Africa. And it's rather unfortunate that their campaign has not focused on the reality of what the South African experience is. It's a reality of the black majority reconciling with the white minority. It's a reality of, as we speak, Honorable Chairperson, the higher quantiles of income of households, almost 73% of it, is in the benefit of white households. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you, Deputy Minister. The second supplementary question will be asked by the Honorable Muela.
Thank you.
Before you ask the question, Honorable Muela, Honorable Paulson, why do you want to be recognized?
Thank you very much, House Chair. House Chair, the Deputy Minister was asked what is being done to halt the spread of misinformation. He told us about household spending in South Africa. He never gave us anything that's being done. Rasool can't get access to the US government.
Is that the point of order, Honorable Member?
Yes, Chair.
Thank you. If you would have listened, if you have listened to the reply of the Honorable Deputy Minister, he mentioned 3 specific interventions. And we will arrange that a copy of that reply is sent to your office so that you can see that the answer that you are seeking has been responded to. The Honorable Muela.
Thank you, House Chair. Honorable Deputy Minister, what additional measures will be put in place to ensure coherency and coordination of the advancement of South African foreign relations, both by state and non-state actors? Thank you very much.
The Honorable Deputy Minister.
Yes, Honorable Chairperson, maybe I must indicate the President have made a commitment to mandate, special envoys to the U.S. In fact, Honorable Chair, the House would recall that there is a special envoy constituted already to look at the AGOA during the 6th administration, and the work obviously was on course. Secondly, Honorable Chairperson, look, there is clarity of purpose in relation to the government's foreign policy as it relates to the U.S. is concerned. We regard the U.S. Still as a strategic bilateral partner of South Africa. Of course, the responsibility obviously lies also in the greatest dilemma that you find within the GNU, where some of these non-state actors, in particular AfriForum and Solidarity, have obviously a very close and unique relationship of proximity with some members, political parties reflective in the GNU. And we are engaging with all those political parties, Honorable Chairperson, so that there's common cause in relation to the construct of a non-racial, non-sexist, democratic and prosperous society. Thank you very much, Chair.
The third supplementary question will be asked by the Honorable Douglas.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Deputy Minister, AfriForum and Solidarity actively lobby foreign governments like the USA, leading to direct actions and sanctions and tariff impositions against us, leading to the cancellation of aid and life-saving care for the poor and marginalized, leading directly to the loss of South African lives and the possible cancellation of bilateral trade agreements like AGOA, falsely portraying South Africa as unsafe for investment and accusing the government of reverse racism despite their own historical ongoing dominance over over land, mineral wealth, and economic resources as the racist perpetrators and beneficiaries of apartheid. In the light of these disturbing developments, will the Minister support the MK call for the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee on International Relations and Cooperation to exercise its constitutional oversight powers under Section 56 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa in 1996 and Rule 227 of the National Assembly rules, which empower committees to summon individuals and organizations to appear before Parliament, require the production of evidence, and conduct full hearings into matters of national interest? Will you support an urgent parliamentary inquiry into the role of AfriForum, Solidarity, and other entities and individuals in undermining South Africa's diplomatic
Thank you,
and
Honourable
economic
Member.
stability? Thank you.
Your time is now expired. The Honourable Deputy Minister.
Well, Chairperson, in terms of the delineation of responsibility, as it relates to government and parliament, obviously we have a unique responsibility as government which we are implementing. Obviously, to the extent possible, we work with the portfolio committee, but in as much as their decisions is their responsibility, Honorable Chairperson, and I would obviously not want to engage on that issue, but I agree substantively with the member on the narrative of falsehood. The fact of the matter is, Chairperson, in this country, the majority people has been disenfranchised through your 1913 Land Act. The majority of people in this country has been disenfranchised through the Group Areas Act. And the fact that the color of poverty is uniquely black in this country, that is the reality, Honorable Chairperson. So I agree substantively with what I regard as a problem statement from the member. Thank you very much, Chair.